Anna was a 12-year-old girl with brown curly hair and big hazelnut brown eyes. She grew up an orphan in the big gray building on the edge of town that she just called the orphanage. Every morning, Anna got up early, put on her worn-out clothes, and went down to the barren dining hall, where there was always the same simple breakfast. Afterwards, she quietly helped with the dishes. At school, and during breaks, Anna mostly kept to herself. She longed for a family, for friends, for someone she could trust. But the other kids avoided the shy girl. "She's so quiet and boring," they whispered. And so Anna felt more lonely with each passing day, but she had learned to bury her feelings deep inside. One day, as Anna was playing alone in the yard behind the orphanage, she discovered a stray dog between some bushes. He was skinny and full of fleas, but still looked friendly with his loyal brown eyes. Anna carefully went up to him and held out the remains of her lunch. The dog sniffed it suspiciously at first, but when he noticed the girl meant no harm, he began to gobbly eat. In that moment, Anna felt what it was like to care for another living being for the first time. The dog seemed to return her kindness. Anna felt a connection between them and knew she would secretly take care of him from now on. Maybe she had finally found a friend. In the following days and weeks, Anna visited the stray dog every day. She sneaked food scraps from the kitchen and fed him outside. She brushed his shaggy fur and got rid of the fleas. The dog happily wagged his tail when he saw Anna coming. He recognized that this girl meant well. Anna talked to the dog about all kinds of things, and he patiently listened. She told him about her nightmares where she lost her parents again, about trips she'd like to take, and how lonely she felt. She couldn't confide all this in anyone else. The dog understood her without words. Anna named him Fido, and he became her only friend. Whenever the other kids teased or excluded her, Fido comforted her by putting his snout in her lap. Anna felt the dog accepted her unconditionally. In his presence, she could just be herself. Her visits with Fido became a magical place where she drew strength and hope. She didn't know what she would do without him. One morning, however, the strict-looking headmistress of the orphanage noticed Anna secretly pocketing some food scraps. She grabbed Anna's arm and demanded to know what she was up to. Intimidated, Anna confessed that she was feeding a dog outside. The headmistress scolded her angrily. Dogs were dirty and full of disease. That mutt would bite Anna for sure. She strictly forbade Anna from continuing to feed or pet the dog. Sadly, Anna lowered her head. She knew she had to obey the headmistress. In the following days, Anna avoided the yard and stayed inside with a heavy heart. Often she looked out the window and wondered how Fido was doing. Did he have enough to eat? Did he miss her? She could practically see the sadness in his loyal dog eyes. At night, Anna quietly cried into her pillow, wishing she could explain everything. But the headmistress didn't listen to her, and so some lonely weeks passed for Anna. Her only consolation was the hope that Fido would someday find a new home. But one morning, the headmistress herself saw the dog in the yard. Angrily, she called the animal shelter. The same day, 2 men came and took helpless Fido away. Anna watched it all from the window, tears running down her cheeks. Her heart was broken. Now she had lost her only friend. That evening, Anna could hardly fall asleep from sorrow. She kept thinking about her beloved Fido. How frightened he must have been when the strange men grabbed him and dragged him into their van. Would she ever see him again? Suddenly, Anna had an idea. She had to free Fido. Even if she got in trouble for it, she couldn't leave him to this awful fate. That very night, Anna snuck out of her room and outside. Wearing only her pajamas, she ran barefoot through the dark streets to the animal shelter on the edge of town. There she climbed over the fence and sneaked up to the kennels. "Fido," she whispered again and again into the night. Finally, she heard a familiar bark. Relieved, Anna fell around her loyal friend's neck, but their joy was short-lived. Now they had to disappear before anyone noticed. Together, they escaped into the nearby woods. There, Anna knelt down and looked Fido deep in the eyes. "Run away as fast as you can," she said in a tear-choked voice. "Find a new home, but don't forget me." Weeping, she had to watch her beloved Fido vanish into the protection of the trees and merge with the darkness of the night. Now Anna was all alone. With bowed head and heavy heart, she made her way back home. In the following days, Anna felt lonelier than ever. Without Fido, the orphanage had become the cold, joyless place again where no one understood her. Anna withdrew and didn't speak to anyone anymore. Her only hope was that Fido was doing well wherever he was now. One night, it must have been shortly after midnight, Anna was woken by scratching and whimpering at her window. Sleepily, she sat up and recognized her beloved Fido's face in the moonlight. Happily, she tore open the window and let the dog inside. He waved his tail excitedly and licked her face all over. He must have found his way back from the woods just to be with his friend Anna. Joyfully, Anna hugged the dog and all the sorrow of past weeks fell away. Fido was with her, nothing else mattered. But deep down, Anna knew the headmistress would never let Fido stay here. They had to find a solution so they could remain together. Anna reassuringly stroked Fido. "I promise I will fight for you and won't let anyone separate us again." With new hope, Anna fell asleep with the loyal dog firmly at her side. The next morning, Anna hesitantly went to speak with the headmistress about Fido. The headmistress initially listened to Anna with a stern expression. She made clear that animals were not allowed in the orphanage. She couldn't make an exception. Weeping, Anna begged her, but the headmistress remained firm. Sadly, Anna turned to leave. But then the headmistress said, "Wait, maybe there is a way." She explained that there would soon be an open house at the orphanage to attract potential adoptive parents. They needed some positive publicity for that. If Anna appeared there with Fido and showed how good dogs could be for the children, she would be willing to tolerate Fido. Anna's eyes lit up. This was her chance. She trained hard with Fido so he would present himself at his best. When the day came, Anna and Fido proudly showed off all the tricks and fetching he could do. The visitors were delighted. The headmistress saw what positive reactions the dog evoked. She confessed to Anna that she had misjudged Fido. He really was a good and friendly dog. And if Anna promised to continue caring well for him, he could stay. Overjoyed, Anna thanked the headmistress for her generosity. Now she could start a happy time at the orphanage with her best friend Fido. After Anna's performance with Fido, a couple named Clara and Matthias approached the headmistress. They explained that they had long wished for their own child, but it wasn't possible for health reasons. While watching, they had immediately felt a connection with Anna. They carefully asked if adoption would be possible. The headmistress sized them up closely. Clara was a petite woman with a friendly smile. Matthias seemed calm and responsible. She explained that she would have to thoroughly check out any prospective parents, which took time. But her instinct told her Clara and Matthias would be good parents for Anna. In the following weeks, Clara and Matthias visited Anna frequently at the home. They took trips together during which Anna overcame her initial shyness. Clara and Matthias never treated her like a child, but with respect. Gradually, hope grew in Anna that she might finally find a family. When the headmistress received the positive results of the background checks, she called Anna to her. She explained to the girl that Clara and Matthias would like to adopt her if Anna agreed. Tears of joy shot into the girl's eyes. Finally, a real family. But then she furrowed her brow. What would happen to Fido? She told the headmistress that she would only accept the adoption if the dog could come along. To her relief, Clara and Matthias immediately agreed when the headmistress explained Anna's condition. On the contrary, they had also fallen in love with the dear dog. And so it happened that Anna and Fido moved into their new home together. Thanks to their special friendship, each of them got what they had always dreamed of in the end. A family and a sheltered life surrounded by love.